Hello, mom. So this is my presentation for the LM sensor. So here we have the LM sensor and an LED. So the LED regular setup. So the black and the red wire is the ground and the 5 volt respectively. So they're obviously connected to the positive and negative ground rail, which is connected to the 5 volt as well as the ground volt. And then we have the two AO. We have A4 and A5 for the analog input for uh, the LCD, and then after that we have these here right here we have the LM30 uh, temperature sensor. And here it's similar to a potentiometer where just like before we have the black and then the red wire for the input for the current. So we have negative and positive, and then the yellow wire is the output. So we connect that to the analog AO pin because the sensor itself gives out a variable electrical charge depending on the temperature. And so if you look at the LCD, you can see the temperature gradually changing. So I mean that's pretty much the practical side of the activity. So let's move on to the code. So for the code here, we have, of course, we have to initialize the liquid crystal. Here we have the M, LM pin as the output AO. So that's the output of the temperature sensor. And then here we have quad. Here we have here we have temp and then LM val. So the value for the LM. So here first in the setup, we need to initialize the LCD and then the backlight so that the the output is visible. And so for the loop, what we do is we equate the LM val we basically analog read the pin, so that would be AO. And so depending on that output, we equate that to LM val. And so the temperature is equal to LM val times by this formula. So this is basically just to calculate it to Celsius. And so after that we simply just print out the we simply print out the text in the LCD. So we set the sensor, so it's actually centered and it's placed correctly, and then we print out the text LM35, and then set cursor and so on and so forth uh, until we basically have we have this display right here. And so that's pretty much it. The last thing is the card 223. That's basically short for the circle, the little circle, the degree symbol. So that's why we have that up here right next to C, and that's pretty much it.